Hi guys, so today we are gonna be making a money tree. So this was supposed to be a Christmas present, but when you break up with your significant other 2 weeks before Christmas, you just keep the present, I guess. No, you know what you do? This is what you do. You buy yourself some Air Max. Tell me these are not fire though, like. Tell me they are not beautiful. You're not gonna let somebody else tie your shoelaces, are you? So this is what I made. So I made this. So the stick holding it together is a chopstick. And then I bought these little stars. There was 3 of them, so I used 1 and 2, and I just like crazy glued them together. But I bought these at Walmart for like I want to say $1.77, and then I used like garden wire. This was like $2, maybe less than 3. And then I had these little foam balls that I have inside, and just take it apart. So this is like ribbon. This is probably like $2, less than $3. These were like less than $3. This came with like fake flowers, so I just like pulled them apart. And I put these little balls. So I put it in here, the little styrofoam. So I put it in there, and then so I can like hold it in place. This is a chopstick. So I cut open the chopstick, and I only used 1, which was actually like the perfect size. I thought I was actually thinking about using what are they called? Freaking the little stick kebabs, the little kebab sticks. But I actually thought about it when I was already home, so I had to look for something like similar to it. So I found chopsticks. I folded it like this, and you can see that I folded that one a little bit higher. Does that make sense? You see, it's like slightly uneven. So this side is taller than this half, the bottom half. Does that make sense? Right? So then I folded it again, so it's gonna look like this. I really like flexed out my arthritis because my hands started hurting. So that's how you know it was made with love. Even though my hand was hurting, I was still doing it. So here I just did it up to like there, because it just went into it. And then I decorated with like ribbon and stuff, so you couldn't really see the stick. So I have the $20 bill, and I'm actually gonna start doing it facing me. So the first one, you just leave it out. I mean, you just put the actual size of the bill. There's no folding on this one. What is going on in my life right now? I'll show you guys right now. I just want to be able to get it. Okay, so when I put the bill, I put it on just over the stick, right? And first, what I did was I did the stick. I wrapped the stick up. And then I bent it coming from the back to the front, and I brought it over like in a cross. You saw that? So I brought it over twice, and then I put it around the stick, and I brought it down, and I did it the vertical way. Vertical? Yeah. So to the other side. So I wrapped that too twice to the other side, and then I brought it over the stick. Do you see that? So when I say over, you crisscross it. So I crisscrossed it like twice, and then I'm gonna crisscross it from the back now, just to make sure it's like really gripped. And then you just like kind of like bend the bill to make sure it's like good. So it's like that. See? Okay, so then when you're at the top, you just twist it over the stick, and you're gonna start getting ready for the next bill. So I'm just gonna wrap it around the stick a little bit more so it can just be green and it can look a little more similar to a Christmas tree. I was actually thinking about adding like you know, they have like these little they're not styrofoam, but these little puffy balls. So I was thinking of like adding like little puffy balls to the end of the bills, kind of like ornaments, but I thought I was maybe doing too much because this was supposed to be for a guy, right? So it just seemed like simple was just like the way to go, you know? Okay, so the next bill, I folded it the same way. Okay, so I folded downwards, right? And then folding it a little bit lower on the bottom half. So when you bend it, it comes out even. Cause somehow, for some reason, when I was bending it, it was overlapping and I just didn't want it to overlap. So I have it like this. So on this one, you're gonna start folding the bill so it can start like forming the tree. So the way that I folded it was, you fold it in the middle, just slightly, just enough to make a difference on the next one. This is a good one. So I fold it just that much. You see that? Okay, so I folded it that much, and still with the 20 facing forward, I'm just gonna place it over. So I placed it here in the front. These look kind of weirdly bent because these were on this tree and they were at the top. So I folded these a lot more than the ones on the bottom. So that's why they look kind of weird, but when you start off with like fresh bills, they're not gonna look like this. Hopefully they don't. Okay, so what I did was I crisscrossed it over the bill. I'm gonna crisscross it one more time. I'm gonna go over the stick and crisscross it to the other side. Crisscross it again over that side, and then just kind of like repeatedly do that little step to make sure the bill is like nice and snug to the chopstick. Okay, so when you feel like it's snug and you're ready to move on to the next bill, so look how it's like crisscrossing it like an X, and from the back too. So yours, when you start off with like fresh bills, they should like come out like straight, but it's just that I'm like reusing these and they were already like previously bent in a certain way. I guess they're just used to it. I don't know. But I thought this one was really pretty. It came out really pretty. My arthritis is like kicking in. So I have the windows open and I don't know if the people over there can see me. What's that? So I'm gonna place it here. So I bent it, and this third one I bent that much. So that much, it's just like that. So it's getting shorter and shorter, so you can see the difference. So you can see the difference there of how the tree is like coming up. Do you see that? It's just a little crooked, you know? But when you do it, you won't do it crooked. Okay, so I'm gonna whip it. I'm gonna wrap it. Whipping it. So I crisscross it. Okay, so I'm gonna crisscross it first. So I have the wire starting from the top, and okay, let me see. So I have the wire up here, and I cross it coming down. To wrap the bill. Just make sure it's like placed where you want it before you start wrapping. So I try to wrap it as close to the stick. So I wrapped it once. I'm gonna wrap it again, crossing it. Okay, and then I'm gonna be at the bottom. So from here, come on, little Bill. So from here, I'm at the bottom. I'm gonna wrap it over the stick to the next side, and I'm gonna cross it forward to the other side. So I'm gonna crisscross it from the bottom to the top on the other side. And then I'm gonna wrap it over the stick, and I'm just gonna continue doing that. And then I'm gonna do it maybe like one more time through the front, and I'm gonna go through the back and crisscross it from the back. So I'm gonna do kind of the same concept, but from the back side, just to make sure that it stays put. I don't know if it looks confusing over the video, but perhaps when you're actually doing it, it makes a little bit more sense. It's just like repetition. You know, it's just with different sizes, but it's basically the same thing just over and over again. And then I just continued doing that to the top. Basically the star, it came with 3, and I used 2 to just like put it front and back. And I just like super glued them together to make it like that. I added ribbon. The way that I added ribbon was just like, put it like all over, but I did it tighter. Like that. And then eventually when you do it all around, you have a little bit of extra, and then you just like fold it over and it makes it. So yeah, that is how you make a money tree. I think it's an awesome gift. My friends actually doesn't know what to give her mom, so I told her, because I showed her what I did, and she was like, dude, that's so cool. And I'm like, well, send me the money and I'll do it for your mom. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good idea, especially right now that it's like Christmas. There's other versions of money trees, but I thought this one was so cute because it looked like a Christmas tree, you know? And I thought it was like a really good idea. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys on my next video. Peace.